Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is a much more office type background because I'm actually at work on my lunch break. I've just had my lunch, reapplied my lipstick, and I am taking this 5-10 minutes before I get back to work to record this video because poor little Ivy hasn't been well the past two nights. So I've not had a chance to record a video and I've just been at work and giving her my full attention whenever I'm at home. Anyone who's got kids knows what it's like when they have a little one who is not feeling their best. But today I thought I would record something a little bit more, I wouldn't say specific because there's a lot of different things I want to talk about in this alternative Vlogmas series. But what I'm going to focus on today are tips for a more sustainable Christmas. I completely understand that Christmas isn't always a time of year where we want to think about these things, but it's also a time of year where we could also be making a big difference because it's a time of year where we buy a lot of stuff, we consume a lot of stuff, we throw away a lot of stuff, and I think there's these little tiny little hacks that we can make, and if we all do them together then it will make a difference and all of our contributions will really make a difference to the overall situation that we're in with this amazing planet of ours. So these are just things that are little things that I have been starting to implement over the years, but this year I think I'm probably more conscious than I've ever been about our environmental situation, the need for everyone to take little steps. And I did have a plant-based Christmas last year and the year before. This one I'm definitely going to incorporate more of these sustainability tips. So I'm just going to get going. There's 10 of them. I think there's 10. I've got a notepad here. This is the corner of my laptop. You can see I'm just sat at my desk. So number one is Christmas cards, and I'm going to be a bit of a hypocrite this year actually, because normally I do not send Christmas cards. I haven't done that for probably the past 3 years. I kind of think it's something that is unnecessary. I've always given cards to people who I give gifts to or close family and friends who I want to put a little message in. Sometimes our son will make them, but in general I don't send out a mass block of Christmas cards because I'd rather give my money to charity or do something else and not purchase and use all these cards that are going to get thrown away ultimately. Unless you write a really personalised message in them, then obviously I'm sure people will keep them and that will be more of a memory type thing. This year, why I'm saying that we're being a hypocrite is because this year we are actually doing cards, and the reason for that is because when Ivy was born we didn't get round to doing all of our thank you cards, so we're combining, I guess you could say it's a little bit of a save, we're combining Christmas cards with thank you cards. So just the one card, and we're going to have a picture inside of our kids together just to say thank you to all those people with a personalised message who gave us a gift for Ivy when she was born. Only a year late, but that is why we're doing cards this year, but normally I wouldn't do them. So that's number one. Number two, which is something I hadn't really thought of before, is wrapping paper, which is weird that I hadn't thought about it, but I think your mind just goes into Christmas mode, doing everything to make everyone happy, making it special and all of that. And Christmas wrapping paper is definitely one of the biggest waste of. It's again something that just gets thrown in the bin. And there are things we can use that are more sustainable, like brown paper, recycled paper, not buying all the really glittery, massively, because I don't think that's recyclable at all, the stuff that's just covered in glitter. What I plan to do this year is to use brown paper for one, and two is all the bags, the gift bags, which is something I have always done, is save all the gift bags that we are given over the course of a year. And I do, in terms of birthday presents, for kids' parties, I always put them in a bag that we have already been given and I don't wrap the present. So this year I'm going to make a much more conscious effort to buy recyclable paper and use gift bags that are appropriate, or maybe someone will get a birthday bag at Christmas. No, joking. Anyway, so that's number two, is wrapping paper. Number three is incorporating some plant-based recipes into your Christmas dinner. I'm not trying to tell anyone what to do. Christmas is a time of year where many people feel that meat is necessary. There's the tradition that goes along with it. My family will be having meat. I'll be using Nicola's Wellington vegan mushroom and chestnut Wellington. That's what I will be making. And also some sides, vegan vegan cauliflower cheese. I'll be making my own sticky toffee pudding. So these are all plant-based recipes that Potentially you could switch out some of your sides. For example, if you were going to have like little sausages wrapped in bacon or whatever they're called, I don't even know, you could swap that for a plant-based alternative. Like you could use a vegan alternative for the ham, use asparagus, you could use Brussels sprouts, which are traditionally Christmas things anyway. I'm just drinking my tea as well. I've got a chamomile tea, all coffeeed out for the day, so switching to my tea now. Incorporating some plant-based sides, or even trying a plant-based main course for your Christmas lunch. And then also that's introducing people to something that they might incorporate into their lifestyle in the future. So we will be having both, because my mum prepares Christmas lunch. They like to have turkey usually, and then I'll be preparing a mushroom Wellington and some of the sides, and my sticky toffee pudding, which is yummy. Number 4 is gifts. Again, I guess this is one where people sometimes feel like they need to buy something or buy lots of little things. And I think that if you are buying gifts for people, good things to do are to actually find out what it is they need. Then you're not buying something that's going to end up in a cupboard. And also to buy more quality products or use sustainable brands. There are sustainable clothing brands, activewear, jewellery, everything. I think it's just something that I, again, wouldn't have probably thought about last year, but this year I'm much more conscious of that. My family are not huge gift givers, and we tend to go more for, which is my next point, or no, it's included in this one, experience gifts. So I would much rather have a massage or something where I can go and spend quality time by myself or with my husband, a voucher for a meal, than any physical object. I think that giving people either something they need or buying one big gift as opposed to lots of little tiny things is probably a better way to go, or asking people what they want. These are just my thoughts again. I know that some people feel that that's a big, huge part of Christmas, and with children, obviously, children expect gifts. So what I try to do is minimise the amount of gifts that my children receive, and also with family and friends, think about vouchers or experiences or time I could spend with them, like a voucher for lunch together or something like that. Then that again is another idea that you might want to think about. Number 5 is leftovers. So this kind of ties into the Christmas lunch thing. Whatever you cook, leftovers can be reused. You could make a curry the next day. You could make, I know that my family like to have turkey sandwiches the next day. I will be having my mushroom Wellington and my cauliflower and vegan cheese. We always use up our food the next day and incorporate it into different things. And the other thing is, maybe if you don't want to exclude meat from your Christmas day, you could potentially make plant-based meals for Boxing Day or around Christmas, rather than always having meat for every single meal. So vegetarian lasagna, shepherd's pie, they're all great, hearty family foods that are not hard to make and packed full of nutritious food as well. Number 6 is decorations. This is something I do feel quite strongly about, is that many people feel like they need to have a different theme every year, completely decorate their house or their tree differently from the year before, therefore almost wasting and then repurchasing brand new decorations every year. For us, we have had the same Christmas tree since we moved into our house. There's a big thing I read about whether reusable trees or real trees are better. We have one that we bought like 6 years ago that we've used every year. It was actually quite a cheap fake tree from Tesco, and I have considered at various points should I get another one, but now I'm much more aware of all of these issues. I will definitely be keeping the one we've got and reusing that. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes we add the odd decoration, but we use the same decorations every year. I think it is quite nice to sometimes, maybe get a new one for the kids to put on the tree, but a whole set of new decorations isn't something I personally would do. Number 7 is, again, upcycle, regift or second hand. This is to do with gifts again. I have a lot of books, really great books, And on occasions I have gifted one of my books to a friend with a nice personalised message in the front. I think that's a nice kind of personal thing. If you feel like something has impacted your life positively, that it might then be positive for them. And I always appreciate personalised gifts or handmade gifts. Again, I'll be making some of my gingerbread granola, some Christmas type energy balls, and rather than take a gift to a relative's house, I will take something like that. Secondhand, again, you can get some amazing things online secondhand via eBay or secondhand shops. There's a lot of amazing secondhand shops where I stay, so that's another idea. I think I've maybe only got that many. Is that all I've got? I think that was only 8. I thought I had 10, but I've obviously renumbered. And I think the key thing is nobody is perfect. Everyone is just doing their best in the ways that they can, and these are the things that I've considered. They may not be relevant to you or things that you want to do, but I'm just sharing them because I think for me, I hadn't thought of these things. I'd never considered like not using wrapping paper other than reusing bags, which I've always done. I didn't think, oh well, wrapping paper, it's not recyclable, or maybe buy one that is rather than a glittery one. They're all things that are new to me, and as I'm learning, I just really feel passionate about sharing them. So this may be of interest and it may not, but I hope that it is maybe even just helps people to think a little bit about 1 or 2 things they could do, maybe not all 8, maybe just 1 or 2, and we can all make a big difference. I think at this time of year where, as I said at the start, there's a lot of purchasing, a lot of throwing away, a lot of waste. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying my alternative Vlogmas videos, don't forget to subscribe. I would love it if you subscribed, and also share any other ideas because I'm sure there's many things I haven't thought about. Hope you have a wonderful day. Today's Thursday, and I will catch up with you whenever I get a chance to record my next video. Whenever I record my next video. Okay, bye!